Hey guys, would you believe 80% of you aren't subscribed to our channel? What are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button. Keep in touch with us.
Hit the bell to be notified when we're dropping a new podcast, live, short, a couple vlogs here and there. And of course, support the Patreon. No ads. Don't worry about it. We got you covered.
Now let's start the show.
What's up, guys? This is Tony P in DC, and you are watching the Growing Up Italian podcast. Coming up next.
Growing Up Italian.
Growing Up Italian. Growing Up Italian podcast.
Growing Up Italian.
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 Growing Up Italian podcast.
Growing Up Italian.
Growing Up Italian.
Growing Up Italian podcast.
Growing Up Italian.
Woo!
And like -2 compared to 20. Like it's all these little minuses, and it all adds up.
Yeah.
What do you actually do for a living though? Because I'm curious.
What I did was I worked for a kind of a mini McKinsey. Like you heard of McKinsey, the consulting firm. Like they do like strategy work, marketing.
Oh, okay.
And so I did that until about 2 months ago, until I started my own company where I do just basically kind of corporate kind of branding consulting for Gen Z audiences. So like,
wow. So what? Like what's a client? Give me a client.
so
example.
Dunkin's one of them, for example. So
Dunkin' Donuts?
So I did a 6-month ad thing with them, and then they liked some of my concepts. So they brought me in to say, hey, why don't you just we'll pay you like a retainer fee. Just kind of advise some of our campaigns, like we did one with like personal stories in Dunkin', making it, because again, Dunkin's viewed as kind of the homemade view has gone down. Mm-hmm. Tell a personal story. So did whatever our markets, Boston, Philly, New York, tell different stories about the personal connection to it.
To Dunkin' Donuts.
Yes, like how like average people do that, and they started doing that, and it worked.
Yeah.
So then now they're one of my clients. I just had one little concept, and then Comcast my other client right now.
Yeah, no, but Tony, you're the man.
No.
That needs to be said right now.
No,
but I have a bone to pick with you.
What do you got?
You are probably the worst texter I've ever met in my life.
I'm awful. Yeah, I'm horrible.
Yeah?
You were like I'll get a text
Usually
every
it's just an
day.
excuse, you know?
I'm horrible.
Yeah.
Why are you so bad at texting?
Because what will happen is like
Phone's hot. The phone's about 300 degre's at this podcast.
a girl dumped me because of that. I'm bad with my own fucking mother. Like I'm horrible at it. Like because again, like I'll go to sleep, at all these freaking times. I'll just put my phone down. I'll just forget shit.
Do you live in the moment?
Good question. Half and half. I'm more of a. I kind of just do I think about the future. Like I built this account. Like I want to be the next Regis Philbin. That's what I want to be.
That's the vibe I get.
I see it
Like
all the time.
And I'm so desperate to get to the next step. And like you guys are entrepreneurs, you know how it is. Like you want to get that next thing, the next deal, the next merch.
Yeah.
Like, and you got to find a way to rein yourself in and go, But I had an epiphany this last couple of weeks. It was really interesting. I'm a notorious people pleaser. Like my whole life, I grew up being a child of an addict. That was part of it. Right. Like trying to keep the family together.
You need to be a little more selfish. You need to worry about yourself.
I hate this. Yes, and it's funny. I came to that conclusion.
Yeah.
So the conclusion that I came to was like, I've been people pleasing my whole life. Like I'm not really confident because I'm afraid people are gonna go, oh, he's so arrogant.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'm done with that.
Yeah.
I had a friend that we broke. We cut ties with a dear friend of mine that we just had a bad falling out. Mm-hmm. And plus, I did a couple of videos where I got a lot of hate for it, and I just started realizing I'm like, fuck you. Like,
what was the video?
It was one of my fits. I did like a
fit check.
It was like a bedhead fit check. I gotta mix it up.
Yeah.
And like people hated on it. Bedhead fit check.
You can't have a nice fit every time,
You know who gave me that idea? And I did it a year ago and it worked. Senator Mark Warner of Virginia gave me the idea.
I don't know who that is.
Bedhead check.
He gave me the idea.
So you did that video and you got heat for it?
When you sit down with Tony, like, because we were talking about social media with him.
Yeah.
We'll get into the story later, how we met and all that.
We'll talk about it.
When we met,
great mic, by the way, I like this.
Koosh was giving him notes, and he literally had a notes. It said,
well, because you guys,
it was like something like post more, and he just like had a note that said post more.
Well, Koosh gave me a great idea. So my cooking videos, I used to do like these 30-second, 40-second intros. Yeah. I cut it to like 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, boom. We're making this tonight. Coming up next, Tony P. Yeah. That's it. Done. Yeah. 10, 15 seconds.
Just why did you get in a falling out over a bedhead video, though?
Oh, no. So it's two different things. The comments,
you got hate for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. It's just my followers can be assholes, half of them.
Nah.
But they're
good people. They're good people.
But the point is, like, my friend and I had a falling out because she was.
Oh no,
mad-
you don't have to talk about that.
No. So the bedhead fits.
No, I'm curious now.
No,
Sabina
well,
loves
my
cheating.
friend called me a sellout because she thought I didn't do enough for the campaign. I was very public about who I was supporting.
Oh,
So she was like,
it's always political.
And she was
My
like,
favorite.
she was like, you don't care about the groups you profess to care about. You talk about all this masculinity and healthy mental health, and you're full of shit. I go, really? I go, I lost part of my phone because of what I did. I go, fuck you. I go like,
Tony, worry about yourself.
2025, baby.
right? And like, so like,
it's a Tony year,
Yeah,
baby.
it's a Tony
and
show.
I am gonna, and again, I am unleashing. I'm gonna be more authentic than I ever been. I'm gonna
Good.
go fully at it because you know what? I realize that it's impossible. It's a physical impossibility to please everybody. You can't
Yeah,
do it.
you're right,
You can be
bro.
the nicest guy, or they'll hate you for it.
Yeah.
You know what? Why try?
So is this a New York resolutions episode? Is that what we're doing?
I think it
I
might
gotta
be.
flip the whole calendar now.
I swear, Tony makes me want to put my head through the
Yeah,
wall.
like
now.
I was so okay.
Did you see my video about
One question before we talk about how we met.
Of course, yeah.
Do you remember the first time you saw Regis on TV?
Yes. Oh God, like 2002 with my grandmother.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I remember listening to Kathy Lee. So it's like 2000. 2000. I was like almost 3. Sorry, 2000. Regis and Kathy Lee. Then I listened to Kelly and Regis and Kelly back in like 2000, 2003.
He's married to her, right?
No. Oh, the new host, Mark Consuelos.
Okay.
So Mark Consuelos, it's now Kelly.
See,
and
I only
Mark.
know
So-
Regis from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I don't know.
Right. That's how I know
So
him.
that's
That's how I
how.
know.
So my grandmother and I used to. So when I would get home from school, my grandmother basically helped raise me because my mother was working. My parents were divorced. My dad was working. So my grandmother would come and get me, and we'd watch Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And then on the days off, when I like had days off from school or snow days or a vacation, it'd be Regis and Kelly at 9 a.m.
Sick.
Or Regis and Kathy Lee when I was really young.
There's nothing like daytime TV, by the way.
And by the way, I think it's gonna make a comeback. That's my little prediction.
Think so? If you're on the screen, it will.
Yeah.
I'll be watching.
Well, that's the thing is like I think the networks are gonna have to go to these younger hosts,
Yeah.
or I think more social media savvy hosts, and also it's gonna cost them a
So
lot less
do
money.
me a favor. Look into that camera right there and
Yeah,
tell
sorry.
the world why you should be the next
Oh God!
morning show host.
That's tough.
Ready? Here we
Give
go,
me
America.
60 seconds of the best you got.
Like just me doing the
Yeah,
actual
we're gonna
acting?
post this
All
and
right,
we're gonna
okay.
push the issue.
So I will. Well, I'll explain it to you first, and I'll do a rendition.
Yeah,
okay,
So I'll explain-
perfect.
Yeah, I like that.
Well, like Regis Philbin, I think that first of all, I'm a quirky son of a gun. Like I'm quirky and I know it. Like I'm goofy. I have all these like different kind of quirks.
If you
I'm a
look at the word
goofball.
quirky, you're popping up.
I'm a quirky goofball, and I love it, right? And I'm proud of what I am, right? But also, like I think I bring this kind of half Mr. Rogers, half Regis Philbin kind of warm vibe, where like if I'm interviewing somebody,
but you're sharper than Mr. Rogers. Like Mr. Rogers got the
was
the hoodie drip, like
Yeah.
the cardigan drip.
cardigan.
You
Right,
got the
right.
You got the suit drip. You know what I mean?
right? So that's more.
So it's
Regis.
similar, but like,
More Regis or Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
But no, but like,
but
no, right.
Mr. Rogers meets Regis.
Philbin,
right?
and
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's like for me, I love people. I love like learning about people. And for me, like I always look at an interview and I do things. You know, I do some interviews with different embassies and I'll talk to the ambassadors. I try to find the coolest thing about them. I just love it. And I want to just hear them talk because I'm a talker myself. But I rather just want to give you a question, toss it out there, and just let you talk. And then I'll go, wait a minute, let's go a little deeper on that. You know, what did that mean? Like it's just easy to do it, as opposed to, you know, owning the whole conversation. And I do think that I am also cross-generational. I'm an old soul. I'm a geriatric Gen Z, man. Like, I'm like 50 years old in this freaking body.
How old are you really, though?
I'm 26.
Wow.
I was like 25. I said 25. I was
You
25.
carry yourself like, you know, I thought you would be like around my age.
And, you know, it's more of like, I was an only child for the most of my life. So I grew up around a lot of adults, my mother and her friends, and I kind of learned how to converse. I would play golf with my dad and his friends, and I just learned the lingo. Like, I kind of learned how to be an older guy, right?
Nice shot there, Jimbo.
Right. Oh, it's even more vulgar than that.
Are you a good golfer?
Define good. I am.
Sub 100?
So I shoot between 78 and 81. So I'm about a 9.
that's
point-
great.
Good.
That's
about
a great
9
golfer.
point handicap. So I used to be actually a 3 when I was in high school. So I was trying to play college golf. And then I basically had a mental meltdown when it came to, I was just putting a lot of pressure on myself. And
Too nervous,
I used to be a really bad-tempered golfer. I mean, like, I would throw clubs. I broke a few
Really?
clubs.
I can't see.
You were
that.
like Billy Madison, or
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore. I'm sorry.
Well, I almost was kind of as stupid on the course as Billy Madison, though. In some ways, you can tie them both together. My course management skills or course strategy may have been Billy Madison territory.
Nice.
But my temper was definitely Happy Gilmore. Like, I just would go nuts. And my father bought my clubs for me. And then once I started buying my own clubs, you saw the things kind of change. I didn't break as many clubs anymore because now it's my own money on the line.
Yeah, exactly.
It's my own ass on the line. I was like,
That'll
no,
do it.
I'm not. It changes you. Like, that just,
Yeah.
you almost have more reverence for things, and it's a natural thing. But I like get upset if it gets a little dirty, or like one little nick on the club, like one little like scrape. Nope, I gotta buff it out.
So I'm gonna go back to the 60-second.
Sorry.
pitch.
Sorry. But like, that's the reason. Like, I think I can bring a warm personality that's cross-generational, where people can actually have a good time and see this goofy kid here.
You got the clean cut look.
You're very likable, bro.
The
I will
girls
say
are gonna
that.
love
All
it.
right, okay, here we go. All right, good.
All the MILFs all around America are gonna love Tony P in DC.
Well, I mean, so my friend referred to me as I'm the guy everybody's mother wants their daughter to date.
there you go. Yeah, it's
No,
right.
you are.
Not
yeah.
to be totally arrogant when I
when
say
you
that.
when you show up for a date, like you go to the door, you ring the bell.
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
100%.
you come in for a cup of tea, and you know, like you say hi to mom.
You
Give
know,
mom
you
a
gotta-
double
gotta
kiss on the
do double
cheek. You know.
kiss.
You open the door.
Well, I always bring a bottle of wine. Bring gift for the mother.
Never
You know, bring
empty-handed, never
some
empty-handed.
That's a
flowers.
veteran move.
That is my father's biggest rule to me. He goes, no matter where you go, no matter who you're with, never be empty-handed. If you're
man.
invited, if you're
I
invited
gotta put you on
somewhere,
the spot. What happened today, cuz?
No.
What happened?
He got you there.
that was good. That was really
Yeah, but
good.
we're not women.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Like, all right, if you're like seeing someone romantically and you're
Oh,
going
yeah,
to
I'm
the
so
house,
romantic.
Good
Yeah.
question. That was
That's
good. That was
automatic.
good.
That was good.
No,
So I
it's-
guess we have to be friends like that, you know?
I mean, not that I'm like transactional or anything. No, but it's just, you know.
that was great.
Back to the pitch.
Back to the pitch. Okay, so let's kind of do my thing.
I'll
here.
look right into the
All
camera.
right. And coming up next here on Breakfast in America, we have some really cool guests. Chaz Palminteri's coming in. We have the entire cast of Goodfellas for their 35th anniversary, folks. I got to tell you. And luckily, they're all still alive and here with us. We're going to have a great time with them, talking to Bob De Niro. Well, Ray Liotta's dead. Sorry about that, folks, but we're going to have him in spirit. 35th anniversary. We're going to talk about Ray Liotta's legacy on the film and why they miss him so much. Coming up next here on Breakfast in America, here on ABC. So excited to have you for Season 1, Episode 1. And I'll tell you, the weather here in New York, I've been walking around all day, and it is just it's just like the little drip. It's almost like it's just like this rain's kind of like you're being pissed on in a lot of ways, right? And it's just the worst feeling in the world because it accumulates. I'd rather just have it pour. You know what I mean? I'd rather have it pour instead of just having this awful little drip where you may need the umbrella, you may not. What do you think, Kelly, about that one? I mean, are you more of a fan of drip rain?
My hair's fucked up.
Because it's even worse for the hair, right? Like when you think about it, wouldn't you rather just be dumped on right away so you go right to the salon?
Bro,
and
I'm
call it a
watching
day?
that. I'm watching that.
Sorry.
Well, thank you so
Like,
much,
I'm
Tony.
watching,
Khan.
like, literally, I don't watch morning TV. I'm watching if that's the subject matter.
Well, thank you, Tony P. Back to the weather report. We do have clear skies ahead at 6 p.m.
Well,
tomorrow.
Rob, you look like the sports guy. You got a Staten Island double
Oh,
ball.
yeah.
Right.
Talk sports. Talk on.
So now that Juan Soto fucked the whole state of New York, we're going to go over to Boston, where my good friend Tony P is a big Boston Red Sox fan. That's where he's born and
Are
raised.
you a Red Sox fan?
100%.
You're a Nationals fan, I don't know.
Well, I just happen to live there, so like I take on. They're my B teams.
Okay.
Like I just
let's talk a little bit about where
Yeah.
you grew up. And
Yeah,
all
of
that.
course, yeah.
'Cause you are from Boston.
And by the way, Juan Soto screwed Boston too. That we now it's funny. There's actually
you guys just drove up the price.
there's
to be honest.
there's a natural alliance. Usually it's Mets and Red Sox fans that
Yes,
hate on the Yankees. Now Yanks and Sox have a natural kind of alliance because we both hate the Mets for taking our guy.
Listen,
even
the
though-
Sox never had a
The
chance.
Sox are never going there. Cuz, come on.
Let's just be real.
You got the right. What was the last big like free agent signing the Red
Mark
Sox?
Teixeira, remember him? No, not Teixeira.
No.
Teixeira.
Sorry,
That was a
Teixeira.
Yankee signing.
We missed Teixeira. Sorry, my
I
bad.
feel like the
That was biggest
Red
miss we
Sox
had.
been like
Sorry.
trading.
You
them-
trade Mookie Betts? Come
Betts,
on,
like
No, Carl Crawford.
cuz.
The worst. No, we signed him. We signed Adrian Gonzalez. Two guys that petered out in less than a year.
They peaked. Yeah, they
And we
peaked.
and why do we give all of our mistakes to the Dodgers? You
Yeah,
notice that?
yeah.
And then we also have we have Mookie, where we didn't want to sign him. Him and Devers. You had that complete
Devers,
1-2 combo. And you had Bogarts that we let go to San Diego, I think.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
And they
again,
lost two. They lose their guys.
We do because you know why?
Johnny
Because-
Damon haunted
right,
them.
haunted. Johnny
the best one
Pedro
was-
met. No met.
Ellsbury, they did good.
You
with
did
that.
go with Ellsbury because the Yankees took that L.
That's true. No, but like, Johnny Damon. You look at, that was a big one. We took him from the A's years ago.
Babe Ruth.
Moneyball.
Don't forget that one.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That's the biggest L in
It's
history.
what made 86 years of freaking misery. Okay, for a lot of us. And that's why we watch
the curse of the Bambino.
That's why we have to watch the Netflix documentary 7 times now just to feel better about ourselves these days.
The 2004.
But like, it's like Ed. When it comes to the Sox, like, the problem is their owner has, I think it's the John Henry and Company. They own 4 teams now. They own the Penguins. They own like they own Chelsea, the soccer team.
Oh, Chelsea.
They
it's one of the biggest soccer teams in the
right,
world.
but like they own too much, and they become. We gotta start doing James Dolan type chants, going like sell the team, sell. That's gonna be
true,
us
it's true.
because
listen. Go Formaggio.
Italian cheese the way it's meant to be.
These artisan wraps are stuffed with fresh mozzarella.
Fresh mozzarella the way it's meant to be.
Taste the formaggio difference.
Get it now. Formaggio is available at ShopRite, Key Food, Hannaford, Costco, Walmart, and Sam's Club.
Find formaggio today at your local grocery store or your club store.
Formaggio, it's all about the cheese.
Manja.
Now back to the show.
You guys got to be humble, though. You didn't win a World Series for 86 years, you know?
I know.
You got 2 or 3, right?
we got 4. We in
No,
my
but since the curse was broken, how many
it
did you
was,
win?
it was 04, 07, 2013, 2018. So we had 4.
yeah, you got
in
4.
my lifetime, I had 4 Sox, 1 Bruins, 2 Celtics, and 6 Pats.
Patriots.
I'm
You're
good.
Boston all the way?
I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Those
yeah,
are-
yeah. You can't complain. I got to be honest.
I do broadcasting for the Capitals and Wizards, so I do some freelance work for them. So that's why I'm a big fan of them too.
Oh, wow.
Oh, so like you
So
do play-by-play?
well, it's you know the Manning cast.
Yeah.
So the Manning cast, we have a version we call it the Alt Cast. So we'll broadcast in the studio. It's more Monumental Sports. We'll
I'm
broadcast.
about to become a Washington Capitals fan.
Tune in with us.
Here's Ovi.
You wouldn't watch him?
Obi video. Did you see that? So Obi,
Ovechkin's like 90 years old. He's still playing.
Yeah,
That's
he's
crazy.
good.
he did an arm roll with me. That was a lot of fun at the Commanders game.
What did he do?
My buddy's a good friend of his.
This?
Yeah, we did the roll together. ESPN actually DM'd me and asked for the video. I'm like, okay.
Sick.
They
yeah.
posted it?
I think they not because they asked me for it. So I guess
It
they
must
did.
be lit. You don't even notice who posts you. You don't notice when anybody
Look, I've
texts
actually
you.
plateaued, so I'm trying to grow again.
Nah,
I'm like,
you're not plateaued, bro.
I'm upset right now. Like, it's again, like I'm never satisfied. Like,
Oh, yeah, we were talking about this when we met.
we were like, I thought like when I got to 100, I feel good. When I got to 200, I feel good. Nope, I'm still wanting more. Like
You're chasing. You're chasing.
and the thing
Everybody
But
is,
honestly,
is.
I do see him as that daytime personality. Your range is crazy.
Thanks.
You could be a daytime host, a sports guy.
Well, the thing is, don't forget late night. I was talking to a friend of mine about this, who's in the business, and I was like, well, I'm not a comic, so I shouldn't do late night. He goes, no, because most of the guys aren't comics who do they're not great comics, like they're decent.
So you could do late night too. Late night, daytime,
If-
sports, whatever.
If I had the jokes written for me, I could deliver them.
Yeah?
I'm not a good comic in terms of I can develop a great set, but I could deliver it. I think.
Like you could do a Jimmy Fallon type of.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
I could definitely see that
Johnny
too.
Carson wasn't really a comic.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
Johnny Carson was the best ever. He wasn't really a comic. Jay Leno was a comic. Like Jimmy's a comic. Jimmy Kimmel's like they're more comedians than I would ever be. But I think like the Carson model, or like the Pat Sajak model. Pat Sajak had a late night show. Former Wheel of Fortune guy.
Yeah.
Like that's very
yeah, yeah.
possible. So we'll see. Again,
Tell us a little bit about your childhood.
Yeah.
Growing up in Boston, your only child.
yeah.
What did you like to do? Were you a good student?
It's funny. I was. So that was my biggest thing, like grade school. So I actually was kind of like the guy that hung out with the teachers. I was kind of an old.
Did you mess around with any of them? Were you that guy?
What's the movie with Sandler? It's a Sandler movie. That's my boy. That's
Yeah.
what
Oh,
I thought of when you said that. It's like, no, but no. I mean, I was kind of the only child. I grew up around adults a lot. And my father and mother always debated this with me because, like, go with more kids your age. You're going to be tough in school. It's going to be difficult for you. And it was. The first couple of years, I wasn't bullied, but I was kind of like ostracized. Like I was kind of like, I just kind of hung out with with the teachers and some kids.
They'll
And,
call you like teacher's pet or something? Like, is that what
yeah,
you're saying?
partially.
Like you got
was,
bullied a little bit?
A little bit. It was that, but it was more of I just felt more comfortable around them. But then as I like got into more like kind of different activities and sports, I did t-ball. I did Pop Warner for a while. I did hockey, which was a freaking disaster. I mean, hockey.
Why, you weren't a good hockey player?
My skating ability was just
tough, yeah.
It was worse than it was worse than a 90-year-old trying to do it. I mean,
Really?
I remember when I was doing this, learn to skate and learn to play hockey program for like the little mite division. The coach would slap me in the ass with the stick because I was so slow. Like I'd be like shuffling like literally like this. Like I had like a little crate. And he would.
Well, Rob, you don't know how to skate, right?
Hell no.
I don't know how to skate.
I'm kind of scared too.
Are you a decent skater now?
No, it's
Still no.
I can keep myself above the fray and not fall, but but I'm like very cautious. I keep it very tight. I'm like slide.
You're
this
not
way.
hustling with, with a hockey stick. Yeah.
I'm going maybe 30%.
Oh, I think 30 miles an hour.
30 miles an hour is fast.
Well,
it's like a cheetah.
Relatively speaking, like if the car could go 80, I'm going like 20, right?
Yeah,
and for me, it's a.
But I feel like that's you could definitely go 80 and you're going 20 right now in life. Meaning like you're a Corvette right now. And the street cameras are making you not go fast.
You guys are my biggest hype people. I appreciate that.
That's bars right there.
Well, when we were hanging out, like I was ready to run through the wall.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He just the way you are, you just whatever you say, I'll do. You know,
Thank you.
That's not the best thing, but it just you have that effect.
It's
you know?
well, Jim Valvano,
the Tony P effect.
Yeah,
that should be the name of your podcast.
That should be the show. The
Tony P effect. That's the name of the morning.
That's a good. I like that.
Night show.
How about set the tone?
Set the tone.
Oh. He thought about that one. He thought about that.
That's already been.
That's a big shout out to my buddy Zach Leonsis, who's the he's the one of the owners of the Capitals.
Yeah,
he gave me the idea during a golf match.
He said, "Set the tone."
Tone.
Well, nobody better steal that. I'm just saying that right now.
Is it all trademark?
Zach, I love you, man. You're the best. No, but he.
Shout out to Zach.
Zach Leonsis, the absolute best, one of the best guys, I'll tell you. And one of the guys.
Go to a Capitals game.
And one of the guys, I'll tell you, he's one of the guys that gave me one of my first shots. He's giving me the shot with doing the games. He's stuck up for me. He's been there for me. He's like a cousin to me. I love.
That's
him.
what life's about. No, having somebody that's gonna give you a chance.
Like it's funny. Like I'm gonna there's this whole movement now. You see what's going on like in the world of social media, the world where it's like we look at bro culture and we go that's a negative term. I want to flip it around and go what does bro mean? It's a brother, right? When you have friends that are like your brothers, like your bros that are there for you. Like I got guys that in DC that have opened doors for me. Like my buddy Zach opened doors for me. I call my uncle Pete. He's opened doors for me, like in different media spaces. That's bro culture to me. Like that's how you be a bro to somebody else. You open the door. Like and you go, hey, my guy needs a shot. Give him a shot.
Yeah.
Like and you mentor.
That's real. That's real.
Sorry, like that's just like I've heard this like bro culture and like it's negative.
We call it like someone told me one time, and he said it's being a big boat. Yeah. When a big boat comes over there. Where do the boat in the ports?
Yeah,
the Port
Newark. Yeah, like one of those big like I'm talking about those cruise ships. Like one of those big ones, right?
Yeah. No, I get
when that comes into the port. Yeah. All the other boats rise because of the water goes up. Right.
That goes up.
So that's what it's like being the big bro.
Right, the bro,
the big bro,
big bro.
Well, the thing is, like that's like it's about brotherhood. Like when you have that connection, you go through hell together and you talk about deep stuff. And I got guys down in DC and back home in Boston. Like if I was at the corner of Oshkosh and 7th Street and I was down on my luck, those guys would come pick me up and dust me off.
You need people like that.
Right now, I feel like I'm watching The Town in person.
I know. See, the accent comes.
Whose car we taking? You know what I'm saying?
That's the type of stuff, and I think. Problem is, like, again, I talk about vibrant masculinity on my stuff. Like, I talk about,
what was that?
My phrase, I have a thing called vibrant masculinity where I talk about, like, men's mental health and, like, how men can, we should definitely be, open and talk about the deep stuff and get our stuff out. And,
I'm not trying to be funny. What does vibrant mean?
Oh, vibrant. Sorry, vibrant. Sorry.
Vibrant, okay.
I can't talk
Vibrant
today.
masculinity.
Vibrant. Thank you.
That's a tongue twister right
Can
there.
I sound out the words in phonics class? Vibrant.
Vibrant?
Sorry.
No. It was me, bro.
No. That was
vibrant
me.
Can you say it wrong?
Do I sell
Vibrant
seashells by the seashore? No, but vibrant. So like we've heard these terms, toxic masculine. We've heard that a lot.
Oh yeah, that's Sabino's category, I think.
No, well, no, but the thing is, there's no nuance in the conversation. Do I think some things that some guys do to each other and we do is very like bad behavior? 100% I do, and I talk about that.
Like guy to guy, you're saying?
No,
like big growing so.
I think sometimes guys can be cruel to each other in different ways. We're always competing as opposed to collaborating. It's a lot of can I one up you? It's kind of like
That's vibrant or toxic?
Oh, it's toxic. Sorry.
Okay.
But I
he's
talk
saying
about,
the opposite.
Yeah.
That's that I rail against. Like let's be collaborative. Let's nurture one another. Let's be mentors. Let's let's try to rise together, as opposed to, oh, you know, I'm better than you. I'm gonna be cool.
No, that's not how Sabino is. I was talking with women.
Oh, no.
Sabino's just toxic in general.
No, well, I mean,
But that sounds even worse.
It depends.
no, like,
It depends on the situation.
So for me,
you,
like,
man.
okay, like I'm a big fan of that guy. You heard of Pookie and Jet? You've heard of like Pookie and Jet before on Instagram? You ever heard of them?
Pookie and Jet.
So Jet's like, it's this husband and wife couple that they're in Georgia. They got a really great account. They got 1.5 million followers, and like he's just a doting husband. Like he does very well, financially, but like he comes home, he brings his wife breakfast in bed. He's very doting.
So he's whipped. You're saying?
Yeah. See, that's where I would call that out. Like,
Is that vibrant masculinity?
that's vibrant.
Yeah,
not that.
That's vibrant.
I think that's definitely vibrant. For
Your
sure.
response was not. But
because
it's all love though. But the thing is, that's as opposed to like some people like don't hold the door open. Like that's toxic. No, it's not. Like holding the door open for a woman. Like I will always do that. I will always pay the bill.
If not, you'll be holding the door the whole day.
Yeah.
Like, we'll just be there like this.
What am I, a doorman though?
Yeah. What is it like? Give me a tip, sweetheart. Give me $20.
Listen, for me, I want to work at the Four Seasons and get like the $100,000 a year job.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
but the point is, like, I think the conversation, we have, I got into it because I saw the stats about young men, how, a lot of young men were 4 times more likely to kill ourselves than young women are.
Yeah.
And
That's
like,
a true stat.
Like, yeah, look it up. They were 3 times more likely to actually be drug addicted and 17 times more likely to be incarcerated. So like, I saw those type of stats, and I'm like, the mental health thing, as a guy who's in therapy, I do therapy, a couple times a month, and it works for me. I also go to the gym. Like I do both. Like you can, and both those things work together in tandem. Yeah. And my thing is, it's about encouraging kind of mental health and expression and being, open with people.
I love that, man. Keep doing that.
It's a mix. Sorry, I went on a tangent, but that's more about the, when I talk about different topics and things like that, it's not just the fits. It's also about like I care about this stuff because, as men, like, young men, we're, things are getting harder. We can't afford a house. Things are, more expensive now. And again, we have to be able to, rise together. And I think having the bigger boat is important. Sorry. It's kind of my more
great, bro.
More collaborating though.
Yeah,
more collaboration.
I like how you like that.
No, it's true though, because a lot of people look at each other and they like, instead of, uplifting each other, going partners with each other, it's more like, oh, if you own that, I gotta one up you. Yeah, I gotta open the
Honestly,
same
that's
thing
a big thing with
across the
Italian
street.
culture too, though. I feel like Italians are very competitive people naturally.
Yeah.
Very envious too. So that's something that we as Italians can work on, being that bigger boat, so everybody else can rise as well, instead of being the anchor that's keeping everybody tied down.
Do you think that's partially because of how we came to the country? How we had to be there we had to kind of scratch and claw for ourselves.
If we're getting deep like that, maybe.
I think that's
for
part of
some
it.
people it's just an excuse though. Like they just want to be that main character,
Right,
That's
right.
interesting.
That's true. I mean, again, my experience, from my family side, it's, there's a lot of, I think, there's a lot of joy. And again, when we celebrate even kind of medium-sized accomplishments. Again, maybe that's not my experience at 100%, because again, my grandfather has always taught me how to be, be affirmative, be like, hey, tell your friend that did a great job. Hey, great job, man.
Is your grandfather was?
He's full Italian.
He's born in Italy.
No, his mother was though.
Okay, and where are your roots?
So roots are, I have actually Avellino, Sopranos reference. So it's funny. I'm actually Avellino reference, and I'm actually from there, and also Napoli.
Oh, nice.
And I gotta go deeper where there. I haven't figured out where in Napoli yet. That's my dad's side.
Let's hit the road and find out.
That's going to be my next.
Let's kick some doors down.
Ancestry.com. You want to sponsor me?
Or Patreon. We'll go
Patreon, right?
We'll go on GY's dime.
Right. No, but I haven't been yet. And
you haven't been to Italy yet?
I haven't left the country before.
Imagine that content would explode.
It would. And the thing is, and I
be in Italy.
I need to
Come
go.
on, guys.
And I have a great appreciation for my heritage, because now I'm also partially Irish. I have to keep that in there. I'm partially Irish.
That's okay. I expected that.
Fine.
But I look Italian. I don't look Irish. But for me, every Christmas, we're gonna have Christmas Eve in what, 8 days, 9 days. Like, I'm gonna walk in the house. It's gonna be loud. It's gonna be 40 people in the house, and we're gonna be hugging and kissing. That's.
What kind of food's on the table?
I love that about our culture. Like, I love that about our culture. Like, we hug, we kiss. Like, I love that. I'm sorry.
What kind of food's gonna be on the table?
Oh God. So we're gonna have the antipasto we start with. Of course, that's always a big start with my aunt, and she's making so she does the 7 fishes and the sauce. She does sauce, meatballs, and the 7 fishes.
Oh man, she's bringing the heat.
Chicken cutlets, meatballs. And she mixes it up on us. So this year, I'm actually gonna go to her house at 2:00. and get
some content.
Of course I am. You know how that is. You know, I'm totally a sellout at this point. I'll use my aunt, my mother. Who cares? You know. No, but
so I gotta be honest. Yeah. We're completely throwing a curveball at Lopek. He's not. I don't think he's ever seen his content before. Right? Have you ever seen Tony P's content?
I discovered Tony when you guys met in DC.
Oh, you did?
I've been watching ever since.
Oh, God.
Okay. That's what I like to hear.
I pity you. I feel bad for you. You have to watch
the
that
best,
shit.
bro.
Thank you. No, I had no intention of this happening. Yeah. Like, I just started putting videos up. I did broadcasting in high school and college. I had a bad breakup, and I just wanted something to do, something different. I want to see if I can build a little community about what to do in DC. You know,
how did you end up in DC from Boston?
So I actually went to Richmond, University of Richmond, for college in Richmond, Virginia. Nice. Went there for 4 years. I had to get away.
Coach Carter was there or no?
No, I wish.
Isn't that what that's for?
No, is it Indiana? Is that Indiana where you was, Coach Carter?
No, Richmond, Virginia. No.
No. Oh, you mean to remember Titans?
Oh, Cougis, are you tired of these ads? Listen, I'm sorry. We got to keep the lights on over here. But listen, we got something special for you. We just launched our Patreon. Spend a couple dollars. You don't have to watch these ads no more. B, what else can they do?
Listen, you'll get some behind the scenes of what we do in a day, a little bit before the show, maybe sometimes after the show, and you'll watch the show without the ads. You won't have to hear these ads anymore. You can just watch the whole show without any breaks.
Yeah, you get a full podcast, uncensored, unedited, full cut. What you see is what you get. No more ads. That's the best part. So go out there, support the fellas, and do the right thing, all right?
Yeah, click the link in the description to go on Patreon.
No, that was Coach Carter.
Oh, my bad. Okay,
it
my
was
bad.
Richmond High School.
Okay, sorry.
I don't know where it actually took place. I think it was
because
a fictional
remember
series.
The Titans was in Virginia near Richmond, actually.
Really?
So I got those two confused. But no, I wish Coach Carter was there.
That's funny.
But no, we had Coach Chris Mooney. The only D1 team that we have is the basketball team, really? And that place would fill up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went there and I had to get away. I had to take the leap of faith. It's funny. Interesting story. My grandmother was on her deathbed in Florida. I had just gone down there to say goodbye to her. And I had accepted Holy Cross in Worcester, Mass. Okay. And I had been on the wait list at Richmond. I get the call from Richmond that I'm off the wait list. You get 5 days to decide. 2 minutes later, my mother calls me and goes, she passed.
Damn.
And I'm like, now I'm Catholic. I believe in like the spirit. I believe that these things happen, right? And I said, I got to go to Richmond. This is her telling me something.
Yeah.
This is the fate. It just makes too much sense, right? So I went to Richmond, and I struggled for about a year trying to get my footing, but then I loved it. And I ended up being student body president. I ended up being a part of some interesting
You were the president of
of the entire student body.
Nice. The entire school. That's sick.
It's pretty cool. And that was...
And what was that experience like? Was that like the first time where you felt... Okay, like everybody's watching me now.
Yeah, it was during COVID. So
that was before before social media.
Yeah, so this was during COVID. So
being the president is like being lit on social media back then. Like,
right? It was. So we have 5,000 kids at Richmond, and I was president during COVID. So I got elected in April of 20 for the 2021 year, and we had everything. You know, do we go back to campus? Do we do masks? Do we do vaccine? Do we do and I was blessed to be a part of those decision-making processes where I was meeting with the president of the university, meeting with the university cops, and, talking about how we're going to open the school back up. And
this guy's a politician.
No, but doing
it. You are.
I sadly
you got
am.
it all, bro. What can't you do?
I sadly am. No, but my grandfather hates that about me. But
he doesn't like that you're
the politician because he helped kind of breed it, because he got me into politics when I was younger, and he hates himself for it.
Well,
now.
you were with all the older people when you were a kid, so of course you were
right.
What else do they talk about?
He's
solving problems. You're sitting in the big meetings. You're making decisions.
And we had a fight with our board of trustees over funding for some student programs. We fought over raising the cap for student orgs to get more funding, and then we fought about building names. Because we had some really bad history at our university. We want to take some names down and replace them with new people. And we had a big fight with our board of trustees. And it was a Washington Post, and I went at it with the board.
You just took me back to high school.
Sorry. But
I know, but it's so true because...
Me rambling.
Do you remember
No, but I remember electing a president in high school. High school doesn't compare to college. Yeah. College is times
exactly,
5.
But he's actually...
He's the one I would have wanted.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mine was they would say things and then never act on what they would say.
Going back to those days, in high school, they would and he did it in college. It's more serious, but
somewhat.
When those kids go on the in front of the whole like student body.
The
and say,
assembly,
vote
yes.
for me.
Yes.
Because I'm gonna make early dismissal.
Yeah.
Right, yes.
He's he's funding the whole situation over there.
Well, it's funny. I actually was president in high school too. I don't want to flex like that.
Subtle flex.
But-
were you valedictorian?
No, not even close. I
how
went to
about this?
Catholic all boys.
What about President of the United States of America?
Can you imagine Tony's?
This
president
country
on
could
that?
do a hell of a lot better than me. You know, it's funny. With politics in general, I would have to know one thing, that I could actually do the work. For me, I judge people by like legislation. Can you actually get stuff passed, get things enacted, and people can see the tangible benefit, right? Because I think about it like any other job, right? You think, okay, what projects am I getting done? What we do, content. Are we getting pieces of content out this week? How many did we get out? What were the reactions? How did it go? What money did we make, right? I view politics that way. So I'm not there to
You're
go
a good
on.
earner.
I'm right. I don't want to go on TV and be like, "Hey, I'm speaking for the party and I'm talking." That's fundraise. No, I want to be there in the meetings, going, "Hey, we got to get a tax bill done, but how are we going to negotiate this? You want this? I want this piece. You want to cut this? I want to raise this. Let's do it."
Yeah.
Because like that's
You're wheeling and dealing.
the guy that nobody hears about. That's like the guy just make the
That's a friend I
bipartisan
want for
meetings.
life.
That's what I want.
I'm not letting you go, Tony. You're a good guy to know. You're a good guy to know for sure.
Listen,
have a feeling
I will
you
not
get-
be president
feel
of
like
anything.
If I
but
get jammed up, Tony can help me get out of it.
can I be a lawyer? You know, because Mr. Polcari
My
for the
client
defense.
here.
All right, so you were the president.
You're
of the
out of
student
order.
body.
You're a sorry.
You were the president of the
Cheeto.
student body in Virginia.
Yeah, University of Richmond.
Richmond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Close,
Yeah.
close enough.
Close enough. Of Richmond.
UVA wouldn't be bad.
And then you just ended up staying there after college?
No, so I went back to Boston for 16 months and worked at KPMG. I was in accounting. I was an accounting major.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know why I did it. And it's
You didn't like accounting.
I did it because I wanted to prove to myself that I could do a numbers based, that I could actually be analytical. I had always kind of hated the fact that I was just more of the marketing, talking type guy.
Yeah.
And that's a big thing that I've been working on in therapy is like, no, don't hate that. Actually embrace it and grow with it. But I was like, hey, you know what? Let me try accounting. I want to be a numbers guy. I want to have that base, that foundation, and understand the language of business. So after all that went down, I got a year and a half in and I'm like, okay, this is not what I want to do. So but I just kept doing it as I wanted to prove myself. I'm a stubborn guy. I got the Irish in me where I'm stubborn.
I'm not going to lie. I know like 6 really good entrepreneurs that were accountants and quit and started their own job.
They
you
always do. Because
know who's one of them?
who?
Koosh.
Who's an accountant? Oh, boy.
You know who's another one?
who?
Him.
You're an accountant?
He went to school for it.
It's crazy.
Come
but
on.
I would say that's actually
No,
a really good
what?
point.
Okay.
And another one's right here. There's 3.
Yep. I let
We
my
have
license
3 we have
expire.
3 in
off
this
some-
office.
No, it's
I've
good.
not met one happy accountant in my life.
Except Butch.
Yeah, maybe Butch. Is the
Oh,
only
there
one.
are.
The rest are all miserable.
Now, do you guys ever watch Cheers?
No.
You watch Cheers? So Norm, one of the big characters, he's an accountant. He's miserable, so he drinks all the time. So
Yeah,
shocker.
there you go.
No, but like, no, there isn't a lot of happy accountants. I mean, again, it's a good profession. Like, there are certain.
You make a lot of money. That's what everybody says. You make a lot of money.
And it's-
being an
and-
accountant.
During tax season, you're miserable.
Oh, it's busy season. So I was in audit, and it's look, it's actually interesting work when you try to find like little mistakes that are made and how that affects the balance sheet. But in the client facing, that's the most fun part of public accounting, is like being client facing, being able to talk to them about their procedures and how they collect their money and some improvements they can make. That's fun. But the behind the scenes doing Excel spreadsheets, no. I mean, I'd rather walk over hot coals.
Yeah, you don't want to punch in numbers all day.
And the thing is, that's not my personality.
You're getting deals done.
Yeah, there's
You're
no
sit-
way you
you're
could
sitting
be-
at the
No.
table.
Some folks are really good at it.
Yeah.
Like, they can do it. They can do all the numbers. For me, I'm the guy that you send in, go to Maggiano's and talk a deal, or send me into Del Frisco's. And,
A lot of people use like what are those online companies that do it for you?
Yeah, TurboTax.
Turbo, yeah,
ChatGPT.
bro. You just punch the numbers in
Yeah, it's
yourself.
easy. It's like fill in the blank.
How crazy is that? It's like a
ChatGPT.
very replaceable job. I feel.
It's it.
Not to get too much into accounting.
No,
feel like
it's-
I mean,
it's
gonna
especially
bore
with
people
AI
in.
now, you could
AI.
probably,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
AI, and we're having these conversations in DC a lot. The AI and what it's going to do for jobs, it's not going to really replace blue collar jobs. It's going to replace a lot of white collar jobs.
Of course, yeah.
Consultants, the more entry level accountants, and the
we
finance
need
people.
more plumbers though, cuz.
We need more technical schools in this country. And by the way, we need more of them that are not just for top A students.
Yeah,
I had
yeah,
friends in
yeah.
my neighborhood that weren't really good at academics, and they got in trouble a lot, but they were great with their hands. They could do the electrician work. They were so good at it. That, and again, they've helped fix my stuff. And they couldn't get into the vocational schools because their grades weren't high enough.
Are you a handy guy?
I can do
If I need you to put up a TV, would you be able
That'd
to?
be great. That'd be great content.
TV, those type of things. I can't do plumbing though. I can't fix my
Tony
toilet.
putting up a TV.
That content of him doing plumbing will go nuts. Though.
That'd be funny.
You are missing an opportunity.
Help!
Right, I was like, it's like, psh, all the freaking stuff goes on. It's like, oh
I
no.
gotta cut the video. I have to call a plumber,
Like,
guys.
So my stepdad's a plumber, actually. He's a master plumber.
Okay.
And
Not an easy job.
it's not, but you know what though?
Gotta see a lot of poop.
Right, but you know what though? Like, it's so lucrative.
Yeah.
And these kids, I mean, my age, they're
Not to
coming
be
out of
that
college.
guy. Lucrative.
Oh, like a lot of money.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh, like
He's
freaking rich.
thinking shitters.
No. I wanted the definition of the word.
Oh, yeah. Sorry,
lucrative.
my bad. No, but like seriously, like it's
Wait, what
it's
is lucrative?
like a lot of money.
Okay.
Do you think it's fair to say Tony P's the smartest guest we've had?
No.
Yeah.
I got 2 C's in college, man. I got
He might be the only politician we
Yeah.
have.
Paul, I am not a.
No, he's not a politician.
I
No,
just-
but
I'm passionate
Future.
about this.
what other
Future.
presidents have we had?
I got
He served 2 terms.
I did serve
As far as I'm concerned,
I did serve 2 terms, and they were consecutive. No, but
You're only good if you get elected.
That's true, man.
2
That's
times
true.
in a row.
that's a really good. I think it's true. However, I do think there has been some presidents that had 1 term that actually were pretty effective, and I think it's the problem is.
Are we talking school presidents now?
Oh, no. Are you saying,
no, are you talking like Jimmy Carter? You're saying?
No, well, H.W. Bush, one of the most effective first-term presidents ever. He got the.
Oh, he lost to Bill Clinton?
Yeah, he did, but he got a lot done. The Gulf War, we didn't lose really anybody in that war, thank God. Then we had the American Disabilities Act, the Clean Water Act, the tax stuff. Like
I should know that, but
Sorry,
I don't.
yeah.
Because
I'm a nerd.
The first president I remember in my childhood
Yeah.
was Bill Clinton.
Really?
And I'll never forget
Okay.
this story because I
Yeah.
have a funny story how I remembered who the president was at the time. But literally, we were in school.
Yeah.
And hold on, let's wait for this monster to pass.
Monster being the ambulance.
We have them every day in DC near my house. It's awful.
Yeah, but I remember my first time knowing who the president was is the Monica Lewinsky thing.
No.
So yeah, I was whatever grade I was, and I remember the teacher was like, "All right, guys, do you know what's going on?" And Zia Franga, right, our aunt, who she's electric.
Yeah. Oh, I can imagine.
She basically, I'll never forget. She said this to me, and then like I raised my hand in the class and just repeated what my aunt said.
Oh no.
And I go, my Zia said, he's a good president, but a bad man. That's why I said to the whole class. And my teacher's like, that's right.
It's true. It's true.
Wow, it's like A+ for you for the day.
But then like, that was my first like introduction to who the president of the United States was. So
Oh yeah.
it's kind of interesting that.
But I would say though,
Now-
on this topic,
Yeah.
I hated world history, U.S. history growing up.
Really?
But now I'm
loved
a little
it.
more intrigued now. They just make it so boring. Like it's not fun to learn U.S. history in school.
Well, that's just more about teaching, I think, right? I mean, so I have an aunt, that's a 2nd grade teacher, and she teaches a little bit of history, but she has games and gets involved and gets the kids in, more Socratic method where you like she'll just point to random kids, hey Johnny, what do you think? It's really for a 2nd grade class that's pretty intense, but it's great. Right. And we did that in college, Socratic method, where you don't know if you get the homework sheet, you don't know if you're getting called on.
Oh yeah, that's
so you gotta be ready.
I hated that. Though.
I did too, but because again, even as a good college, I would have student government stuff. I'd be falling asleep halfway through accounting class. But no, I mean it's funny in like now the classroom. But see, I'm a late '90s kid, so I have a little bit of like the early 2000s in school.
Uh-huh.
Well, was there anything better than having This Week Before Christmas, where they would bring in the TV on the wheels?
Oh yeah.
And you'd watch the
Movie every
the
day.
holiday
VHS
movies every day.
tapes.
The Grinch one day, Frosty the next day. Yeah, here's our assignment today. Just fill out the Mad Libs associated with the video.
Yeah, those are the best. Those are the best days.
I mean, nothing better than because no one, even the work world, no one's really doing much the next 9 days. It's gonna be just kind of like easing into the new year. But I used to love that. Again, those conversations in classes. My first real recognition, I knew President Bush, but was Obama's inauguration, and we watched it in the classroom.
Oh yeah, I remember that in high school.
I remember like how historic that was, and our teacher going like, "You realize you're witnessing history today," and I realized at the time.
See, like my memory
Incredible.
of Obama is that when I was a senior. Wait, I don't know if I was a senior. I think I was a senior in high school, but I had an extra class, and it was only about the election, and I watched like all the debates and stuff.
Come on.
But yeah, it was like
You had an election class?
Yeah, Obama's presidential was the first time I was able to vote.
No way.
his thing. So yeah,
And he
Same
just
thing.
he filled out in Mile High Stadium. 84,000 people watched his acceptance speech
where was that?
at Denver at the convention in
Oh,
2008.
really?
I mean, there's no politician that will ever pull that again.
You don't think so?
Never, ever.
Trump sells merch though, no?
You know, say never, say never.
I mean, if Obama was selling merch, that would have been electric. Like,
Oh yeah.
but like, I mean, it was that was when social media just started taking off in 2008, 2009. I mean, imagine social media back then.
Yeah.
I mean, that just would have been crazy because, but again, like that type of like celebrity, it's President Obama and President Trump. Those are only two actually have done the celebrity thing.
Yeah, that's
that
true.
actually pulled it off.
Very true. Very true.
That pulled it off. It's.
I do want to go back to
Sorry.
the whole. No, it's fine.
But
I think
that's really
every now and then it's always good to have a nice little
Yeah,
history lesson,
yeah.
especially because me and Sabino have no idea about
No, you guys are great.
half this stuff.
It's fun.
But I do want to go back to
Yeah.
that night that we first met, or the
Yes.
day I should say we first met.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
No.
You good? Sorry.
Yeah,
Tony,
sorry.
shut up. Tony, shut up.
Crispy, crunchy, savory, and sweet. Order what you want on Uber Eats.
Listen, guys, from now till the end of the year, December 31st, on the Uber Eats app, you go to Anthony and Sampanini shop, and you get a nice $25 off.
When you use the code Panini.
You got to use the code Panini.
Terms apply. See app for details.
Fucking around. Not you two.
So go pick it up.
Yeah, no, I do want to go back to the time we met in DC.
Yes.
Yeah.
What an experience that was.
So we're in the line.
Yeah. And I thought
what?
I thought he was a sneaker reporter.
No.
No, you too.
Yeah. So this is what happened.
You gotta
So
tell me
Rock,
this.
go ahead, Rock. You said
Yeah, no. So I'm like,
Tell me
wait.
the tea here.
I'm like, yo, that's Tony. Sabina's like, Tony who? The
Tony-
reporter? I'm
Tony
like,
Bacon
no.
Donuts.
By the time I said no, he was like, yo, Tony, I saw you on the video the other day. I'm like, no,
God.
Sabina, that's not him.
Yeah,
and,
'cause-
and you were like, oh, thank you, cuz.
Yeah, 'cause
You
know what
just
it is?
went along with it.
I thought he was the reporter that did the Columbus story with Joe Gambino and kind of tricked Joe to talk about Christopher Columbus.
Yeah, tricked him?
So I thought it was him. Because like me and Rock were just talking about that video that day.
Come
like
on.
a day after Columbus. And he was just like, and I was like being sarcastic, like, sick story you did on my boy. And he was like, thank you.
Well, like, I'm thinking to myself, like, and again,
What the hell are you talking about?
because for me, like, because what happens to me a lot, and this is the worst, is like, people will come up to me either in DC, New York, or Chicago. Those are my three kind of biggest cities. And they'll go, they would have, I didn't know who they were, but they had met me before. And I hate like that type of person. Oh, I met you before. I'm like, damn it. So I always kind of go, hey, yeah, thanks. It's great to see you again, even if I don't know who they are, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I do it. Like, hey, great work. Hey, yep, thanks, man.
Thanks,
Like,
man. Definitely wasn't me, but thank you so much.
No, but like, so we were in the line at going into the White House.
Yeah.
Where it's like, it just reminds you of the Sopranos episode. You think Bin Laden was getting married in there. That's what it reminds you of, right? Like, and you go through like your 9,000 checkpoints. You guys show your license 3 times, and we're hanging out in the door. And you guys, we were all kind of talking about the White House. It was great, and like again, I had loved you guys. I've been watching your podcast for a while, and like watching the clips, and just all the stuff that you guys do, and how you guys really shine a great light on Italian culture.
Yeah.
And it's not a movie. It's real stuff.
Yeah.
And
it allows us to connect to people like you. I think
It
that's,
does. And
that's
like-
really what's great about
also,
it.
like,
you guys make
when
me
you're
proud
saying
to
at
be
the-
Italian, and like you guys do. Like it made me proud to be Italian. Like, to embrace, and you guys challenge me to actually embrace my heritage more.
Yeah.
And be
Absolutely.
more out front about it.
Thank you, bro.
guys, that's just
nice words.
No, but honestly, like if you ever need to get a deal done, say, listen, I know the Italians. You know what I mean? Like, you give them the wink. Like,
Give 'em the
oh,
wink.
you don't want to get this deal done? Should I call the Italians? You know?
if I were president, okay, I would make my attorney general an Italian guy.
Okay.
Go after everybody.
Who better than Sabino right there?
Right, attorney general right there. Hey, you're my treasury secretary because you're gonna be my accountant,
There you go. There you
director of the economic
Who,
council.
who else would be in the cabinet? Like
cabinet.
social media
go.
guys.
Just add a 0 to my salary. and we'll
Oh
talk,
God,
you know? Couple zeros.
It's that easy.
oh God, who would I put in the cabinet?
What would Kuz position be?
Kuj would have to be. Oh God, we could do agriculture because of the food.
Ah,
He could
that's
do
right.
all Italian agriculture. We're gonna have a great deal with the Italians. I could have him in there. Lil Mo's gonna be somewhere. I gotta put him somewhere in there.
Yeah, what would Lil Mo
He's
do?
our negotiator, master negotiator.
He would be, we'll put him as commerce. He'll do all the commerce for us. He'll do, he'll
would.
do all the trade
The
deals.
numbers would be, yeah.
All the trade deals. Lil Mo Mozzarella.
The
do all the trade
tax on
deals.
China would be crazy.
Right,
you know?
it'd be like Phil Leotardo at the provolone at the port. He had all problems with the scooters.
So like a guy like you, right?
No, that was fun. That was a lot of fun.
You watch Sopranos. I would not expect it, But you are a big Sopranos guy.
So I had a line on the Yak with Big Cat. The line that I said, I'm a Sopranos fan.
Oh,
but
you were on that?
I was. It was a lot of fun. The Yak
nice.
was
Good
fun.
for you.
I go. Here's the ironic thing. I'm a Sopranos fan, but I'm a stone cold liberal. They started freaking laughing because, most of the characters in the show are conservative, right? And it's kind of a funny show.
Yeah.
And by the way, who's the guy? Time Memorial did the whole. Who would vote for each. Yeah. Like which character vote for which candidate? That was and I had a buddy of mine. We expanded that list to all the mini characters. Like who would Vito vote for? It's like this is really funny.
Who would Jackie vote for?
Right, Jackie Jr. Right, it's really cool stuff. That was fun.
Who would he vote for?
Jackie Jr.
Yeah,
I think definitely Trump. I think Carmella.
Wait, let's play this game.
Carmella's Harris.
Sopranos characters and who they would vote for.
You got it. Let's do this.
All right,
fun.
me and Rocco take turns asking you. You answer.
Yeah.
Or walnuts.
Oh, Trump. Easy.
Bobby Bacala.
Harris.
Yeah, right.
But why? Why would he?
Because I don't know. He kind of seemed more of one of the more accepting. He didn't have a guma. I think those things matter.
What about Tony?
Oh, I think he would have been a hold my nose, an economy voter. He wouldn't be at the rallies for Trump, but he'd be holding the nose Trump.
Yeah.
What about
This
Ginny
is a
Sack?
clip, by the way.
Ginny Sack definitely Harris.
All right.
Why? I like to know the reasoning.
I don't know, because maybe again, I think Ginny is kind of, again, she's not as opinionated. I can just sense that she's not
I think it's because she liked Twinkies and shit.
Meadow?
Oh, Harris 100%.
For sure.
She's the most.
She's for sure.
Her and AJ.
She's at the.
She was with me at the Harris rally. You
What
heard
about,
me. Did you hear me?
What about Janice?
Oh, definitely Harris, because the whole. You know what though? Okay. She might be an RFK voter with the whole health thing and the Vishnu 2 and the whole thing that she's doing. And you know what that spells? Trouble for the rest of us. Sorry. No, but
what about Uncle June?
Oh, Social Security. He's going for Harris for Social Security. He's that money.
You think he's worried about that?
I think he's. Don't forget, he was digging out the Fox, the hall from the 70s. He's digging out the thing, and he's the money.
What about Furio, if he was able to vote, even though he's an immigrant?
The Columbus thing, when he has the Columbus conversation, he's like, I don't like Columbus.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I got good memory, man.
I think he's voting third party. He's voting third party.
Third party, damn. I
think he's voting third party. Ralphie.
We're going to keep going, no?
Ralphie definitely Trump. I think.
What about Silvio?
Oh, I think Trump, but his wife's voting for Harris.
Damn, that's a divided household.
You know what? Remember the meeting they had at Vesuvio talking about Hillary Clinton? Speaking of your Clinton reference, and they were talking about, and they were, and what's her name? Angie Bompensero was like, I can't stand that woman, right? And then, oh God, Rosalie gets them on the track and starts going, no, Hillary's actually a strong woman. She put up with Bill's BS and then became the senator, did her own thing. And Carmella goes, yeah, she's an inspiration for all of us.
What about Artie Bucco?
I was just gonna mention him.
Oh God, it's a toughie.
He's got a business. He's probably
yes. I think it's the entrepreneur stuff. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I think the whole.
What about Carmella?
Thing. Oh, definitely VPRs, 100%.
Why is it 100%?
Because of that conversation that she had with Rosalie April.
Which one was that?
When she was like, Hillary Clinton's an inspiration, so she is, and I'm just gonna carry that.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Carry that forward.
Anyone else we're missing? Any
Somebody
iconic
big.
Oh God.
Big pussy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a toughie. He's not a lot with him. I mean, he was a rat. I think what does that have to do with it? I think.
Why? Who would the rat vote for?
That's great that you said that, because now you have to follow up who they would vote for. Who would a rat vote for?
Oh God, that's a good question.
That's a hard question.
I think be careful your answer.
God, that's a toughie.
All right, Chrissy Malasanti.
Thank you for this. No, I think but a lot of, again, I obviously am more liberal, but a lot of people turned on Trump. A lot of the folks they ratted on him. So I think that might be kind of a trend there. And also, with him and Giuliani, the mafia crew up there. That's what I kind of call them. But Crisio definitely VP Harris. He's very much the artist, very the Hollywood guy, very open-minded when he did with the whole Hesh negotiation. I think he was on the side of this. Yeah,
he's really thought about this.
So then, who would Hesh vote for?
Definitely VP Harris
for the Social Security check.
I think so. I think again. I think the age. I think Social Security. You never know.
At that age, man.
I just think so. And again, based on the conversations that he had with Chrissy, and I kind of just see him as more of a. He's kind of more like the limousine liberal. We'll call him. He's
limousine
rich. like rich. He likes the tax cuts.
Yeah.
But he also is like more socially liberal.
He's like a De Niro almost.
Kind of,
Yeah, you're right.
very much so.
I want to go back to your content.
This is great.
I want to go back to your content, and then I want to go play another little game.
And then you guys won.
We'll wrap it up.
I'm here.
But when I first started seeing your content, I like that you're going back to your roots now, because you are authentically you in your videos. You're doing the whole outfits. You're cooking terrible meals.
Thanks.
So I'm surprised.
But he's a salmon king.
I'm surprised you haven't.
The only thing I can cook is salmon.
cooking.
The one thing I got. The one damn thing I have.
You have mastered the salmon. It's now the chicken is getting a little.
It's better, but it's like
We're still getting there, you know.
I just in the pan I can't get it right. Like it's like, and again it tasted fine, but like I want to get it nice and brown. I kind of blackened it a little bit. It's just,
I think you got a heavy hand for the seasoning.
I
though,
do. You know, I love salt.
It's like half a pound of garlic powder, half a pound of paprika.
Don't put too much garlic powder in the sauce. That's my taste buds are not.
My
that
favorite
strong.
things
That's
is
why.
like when you just
Don't try it at home.
I imagine you making these videos sometimes. Like I like close my eyes and imagine I'm Tony P. I imagine you pumping up your phone.
God help you.
Record you sit on the couch like this.
Yes.
And like, all of a sudden you pull the blanket over. Like I like
What
to
I
watch,
did on my Tuesday, and it's like the
Oh
whole
yeah,
step.
no. Oh, it's well because that type of content is more my silent content where you don't hear me really talk. I just enjoy that because it's kind of what normal folks do. You kind of sit back, you relax. Like when I get home tonight, I'll be late, but I'll watch Christmas movies. I'll just sit back and just put the blanket on and fall asleep on the couch like most good red-blooded Americans. And again,
How many good blankets you got?
I got 3. Great question. And it's funny.
I was dying to know that one.
I have 3 UGG blankets. I have 3 UGG brand blankets because they're very soft on
UGG
the
is
inside.
the best.
They're very, and again, by the way, I love this type of couch.
Yeah.
I have the microfiber. I gotta have the fiber because the leather. I'm not a leather guy because it's too cold.
You want to take a nap real quick after this?
Nice, nice down there, nice. If you like George Costanza hiding underneath the table, going like that. No, but I love that. And again, for me, that type of night, I have 3 good blankets. I enjoy myself. And I have my orthopedic pillow though in the bed. Gotta have that one. Yeah. My back's a mess at 26. That's an embarrassment to say that, but we're going back to the gym more, so we're getting those things out of there. Getting the spine back in order.
Now we're gonna go back to the Italian American culture.
Go back, yes.
I want to know Tony P's top 5 Italian American actors.
Oh, good one. Oh. Yep. Okay. So we'll go from
5 to 1.
Does that have to be like the order actually ascends? Okay.
Yeah.
Danny Aiello's number 5.
Whoa.
I love Danny Aiello.
Super slept on.
What he was great in Do the Right Thing. Should have won the Oscar for it. He was that good in it, and he played that role to a T. Number 4. He's against tired. I want to make sure I order them right. Number 4 is Tony Sirico. I think he nails it.
Damn.
Again, I can close my eyes and think that's like my uncle.
Yeah.
And that's how I judge it. Yeah. Tony Sirico, Danny Aiello, Tony Sirico. Guys, I have 3. I don't have a lot of.
It's harder to do it opposite.
So 3. Yeah, so 3.
That's why I asked. I'm challenging him. He's his fucking school president, school body president here.
Okay,
you can't ask
so
normal
3.
questions.
Oh my god. Armand Asante.
Number 3.
Legend,
Yes.
legend.
He's a friend. He's a dear friend of ours.
He is.
So, yeah.
Like I love him.
Yeah, he's great.
Him and Gotti, great role. He also played a great role in American Gangster. He played the mob guy.
Yeah.
Perfect role.
His voice is iconic.
It's iconic.
Okay. Number 2.
So now we got 2 left. So I gotta again. It has movies and TV.
There's some big guys.
This top 5 is
I know.
like
It's
very
hard.
very controversial.
Because
it's underrated. But this is a Tony.
Yeah, this is
P
why it's
top.
Tony's piece. Yeah, I like that.
Because I watch everybody's gonna say again I won't give it away, but they'll say certain actors, right?
Yeah.
I mean, number 2, I gotta go with De Niro.
Yeah.
Because De Niro is versatile.
Surprised he's not number 1.
Yeah, that's right.
Well,
he usually wins. Like when we do the brackets, he's won two times.
and I love
a two-time GUI
I love Robert De Niro. I think when he did some of those movies like the Dirty Grandpa and some of the
What, that bumps him down a little bit?
It does a little bit.
Nah, come on.
I think it does.
I think your legacy is already set by then.
You think so?
Yeah, you can't judge like Tim Duncan's last 3 years of his career. He's still Tim Duncan.
But
That's a good argument.
But there's still a blemish though. I think by doing those type of movies.
Well, like selling out a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Who's number 1?
Number 1. God, there's a couple that I'm really going back like this.
So why aren't these number 2 then?
Well, no, because again, like it's definitely
It's
a
the way I asked him, it makes it rough.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be great for the clip.
Number one?
honestly.
I'm gonna go
This is
number
a
one.
million-view
Number
clip.
one. Number one. It's gonna be
Stallone,
No, I would. You know what?
Pacino, Pesci,
No, wait a minute.
Wow, none of those three?
Hold on.
James Gandolfini.
Can I actually amend one of mine? Can I amend?
I mean, you just said amend. I feel like I have
Amend.
to say yes.
Amend.
We'll nullify it.
All right, can we nullify? Can we nullify number 4?
Who is that? Aiello? No, Aiello
no,
was
not
fine.
Aiello.
Number 4 was Sirico.
Sirico.
Oh,
I love Tony. But you know what?
Tony, gotta
Let's
get
put
Tony. Come on.
Stallone's in there. Stallone's
Rocky,
in there.
yeah, Sylvester Stallone.
Because you watch the documentary, it's really incredible. Sylvester Stallone is one of the most positive guys out there.
Yeah.
Talk about a macho guy that also like loves art and likes to like talk about deep shit. Like he's a great. I love him.
He's great.
I love him, and we disagree on politics.
I
but
know. I was
love
gonna
him.
say, I'm surprised
No,
you
but-
like Stallone because he's very vocal about.
I like that he's
But I'm
open,
not
though,
one of
like,
those
he'll
guys. Like my problems with the politician themselves, not the people.
I like that. We need more people like
Yeah,
you,
we need more
Tom.
people like
And I'll tell you, I'm gonna fight. If I ever do something, I'm gonna fight for everybody, no matter who they vote
Number
for.
one?
Oh, you got my
fight.
vote. You
Number
got
one.
my
Number
vote.
one.
I can't let you slide.
Marlon Brando.
Wow.
He's actually Colombian, cuz.
Yeah, he's not Italian.
He's not.
He played The Godfather and he did a great job.
He's not Italian.
Yeah, you'll get
But
crucified.
that's gonna make it funny. though.
Cut that.
That's gonna make it funny.
thought he
No Pacino.
no Pacino, no Pesci. That's
Well,
crazy.
Hold on. It's either
No
one of those guys.
Gandolfini either. It's like
Yeah.
Marlon Brando number 1's hilarious.
Do not repeat that. You're gonna get me.
because he was like thinking.
All right,
so
we'll leave it in
hard.
the full episode.
Yeah, no. Okay.
on the
For the
Patreon.
clip,
though.
for the
Is he
clip.
Colombian?
Sorry,
I'm such an asshole. Oh my god. Okay, number one. This is so tough. Number one, I'm gonna go with Pacino 100%. You know why? Because
You saved it. You saved the list.
he
with
made
that
a
one.
comeback.
Even DiCaprio, low key, could be number 1.
He could be.
He could be.
That's true.
I think that the thing is, he should have won Oscars for many more films than Scent of a Woman. But that was a good movie. Scent of a Woman was a solid movie. It was a solid flick, right? But I just think Pacino has the range. He did. Oh God, what's the lawyer movie? Oh God, I missed the title. You're out of order. You're out of order. What's the name of that movie? I just lost my train of thought. But he did that movie. Then he did the Devil's Apprentice or something. Whatever.
Top 5 Italian American foods that you can make at home.
Food to make it home.
I'm gonna repeat that one more time for the clip. Top 5 Italian American foods.
This will take like another 9 years
One
to
more
do.
take. One more take.
This is gonna be the last.
Do another one. Yeah.
All right.
Top 5 Italian American foods that you can make at home.
Antipasta number 5 for the whole platter.
Do it from 1 to 5. I want to make it a little easier for you
Thanks.
because I think I threw you off
I'm
with
sorry.
the last clip.
Number 1, my mother's Sunday gravy.
Oh, you're a gravy guy, huh?
It's like a mix of like a meat sauce and a marinara. It tastes like a marinara, but it has a consistency of like more of like a bolognese.
Yeah, sauce though. Sauce.
It's so good. I love it. And
Can you say Sunday sauce?
Sunday sauce? It's fine. Yeah.
All right. All right. You see, you're a
See,
people
he's-
pleaser.
he's-
He's
yeah, he's a
you're
people
still a people pleaser though.
Well, you guys are my boys.
But listen, he could say gravy. If
Nah,
you want.
I'll give it a pass.
I'll please the guys that
Listen,
that
who are we?
whoa,
Who
whoa,
are we? Who are we?
I walked into that tonight.
I'll please the guys.
Wait, who are we? Who are we?
Yeah.
Who are me and Rocco to say Tony's mom's sauce
Yeah.
is not
It
gravy
is kind of.
sauce?
I think
If she
it's
calls
gravy
it, if
to
it's
you,
gravy,
she calls it a
God
gravy.
bless.
So,
I'm so sick of that whole thing.
It's a
Italians
debate.
really play it out.
but
too
again,
much,
it's
though.
an unnecessary debate. Why
Exactly.
are we doing it with ourselves? Like
Yeah.
it's,
we have bigger fish to
We're
fry.
Italian, cuz we're Italian.
we have to elect the first Italian American president? What are we doing
Tony
here?
P.
Tony P.
Okay, like
Tony P.
we-
What's your real last name, by the way?
Polcari.
You know, I thought it was Tony Pinn.
Yeah, me too. I told him that in the beginning.
Tony Pin? P-I-N?
Tony P. NDCs are using
Oh,
it.
Pin. Oh,
Tony Pinn, DC.
right.
I was calling you Tony Pin for a solid 2
Tony
months.
Pinto. Pinto.
Hey, Tony Pinto.
All right, so
Pinto.
what's the number 2 after your mother's gravy?
The number 2, 100% gonna go with calzone. I still calzone.
Oh,
You can
Yeah,
make
underrated
these.
list.
Yeah, chicken cacciatore is number 3. My grandmother used to make it.
you make calzones in the house?
I do, yeah.
Tony calzones.
We're giving you content ideas too, by the way.
I'm gonna make it, and the chicken cacciatore.
What's chicken cacciatore?
So it's like it's got peppers in it. Got the
Peppers, potatoes, onions.
yeah, it's got everything.
Tomatoes.
But it has a kind of an Italian kind of a tomato flavor to it. It's really good. I like it. So it's kind of it's not a
Do you fry the chicken or you bake
no.
it?
I'm more of a baked guy.
Yeah.
So cacciatore is a big one. And again, also Italian wedding soup number 4.
Yeah.
Gotta make the wedding. Gotta have the escarole in it.
Yeah. Hold the beans.
You can't No beans gotta be
Feel
in there.
real homie vibes with Tony.
Yeah.
I want to make
Italian
it
wedding soup.
make it nice
Kid
and
gets-
warm, you know, nice.
He gets the oven going, you know.
And then number 5. Oh, a tiramisu. Got dessert.
Tiramisu, what do
You
wanna
can make
do?
a tiramisu.
I made it. It's not that good. It doesn't look good, but it doesn't taste
Damn,
horribly.
Tony.
That's usually my excuse to go. It doesn't look good, but it tastes good. But listen,
Works like a charm, huh?
It's all about taste.
the last thing I want.
Sabrina Carpenter.
Exactly. It's all about
Great
the
song.
taste.
Great
All
song.
right, the last thing I want to plug in for you before
Yes,
we
yeah,
go.
yeah. I'm sorry that I
How can
ranted.
people like work with you? Because you said you work on retainers, and if
Yeah.
you want to work with Tony P, you want him to give you some advice. You want to use his services.
It ain't gonna be
How
life
did it go about
advice.
that?
It ain't gonna be life advice. I'll tell you that. No, so I work with a lot of companies, startups. I have a couple of corporate clients that are Fortune 100s. I've done ads for them. I've also done content strategy as well as some more kind of organic growth, product-led stuff, product management work. But I mean, anything like in terms of like social media, like anything for a company or a startup, if you're looking for branding or a tagline or messaging, I do more comms work, so like communications, how to write a statement about something, or for social media purposes, looking at your page. Okay, compare it to others in your field. What kind of content can you make that might make you go viral? Might make you tell a story. Because what I tell clients in the business world is like, with content, you want to either entertain, soothe, or educate people, and
That's bars right there.
I think that's a thing that
You hit all three.
sometimes
Yeah, you definitely soothe for sure.
in more ways than one. but like again,
You guys need a room or something?
Tony,
you know,
does that come with the package?
But
too?
guys, listen. if you're watching this,
you're funny.
follow Tony P
Thank
in
you,
DC.
guys.
Ever since I met him, he's
best.
literally my
He's the
favorite
best.
content
Oh,
creator.
come on.
The best.
His content hits.
You
Follow
are-
him. Run
you
it
are
up.
too kind.
Thank you guys all for watching. Hope you're all having a happy New Year.
Yes.
Tony, you want to give him one more, like someone that maybe their New Year's resolution, they're thinking about it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm ready. Oh, I have
You know
it.
what I mean?
All right,
You,
so
you take it away.
this is one that I've learned recently. No matter how nice you try to be, no matter how kind, how you try to serve people, no matter what it is, you're always going to have at least 20 or 30% of people that don't like you or are jealous of you. So stop trying to people please. In the new year, go 100% into you, authentic. Don't worry about, am I acting arrogant? Am I pissing this person off? Because you know what? They don't care on the other side about if they're pissing you off. So don't do it. Yeah. Be generous, be kind, but do it because you want to do it. Because you actually want to serve people and make their lives better. Not because you want everybody to like you. It's like, my whole life been like, does this person like me? They think I'm a dweeb or an idiot? No. Doesn't matter, because that holds you back. It's held me back for the last 26 years. And now, whoever's out there listening, just take off the governor, right? It's like a golf cart. Take off the brakes. The brakes are off now. And you're going to go forward 100% and say, you know what? I am proud of who I am. And if you don't like it, just get out of my way.
Big Tony energy. Thank you, Tony.
Thank you. You guys are the best.